Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's another live edition of the Extra Point. Your boy, Mr. P.L. Culture, driving the double Dutch bus, and I got my girl T Sizzle riding shotgun. It is a big day for a lot of NFL fan bases, present company included. And we're going to get to all the games, break them down for you real nice and proper lot. But first, before we do, a word from our sponsor.
We are sponsored by May Janes Coffee. That's Maejanes. I'm sorry, people. I have a lozenge in my mouth, and I am drooling.
And we're off.
May Janes Coffee, Maejanes coffee.com. You can get your Colombian, your Honduran, and your Brazilian blend coffee, freshly ground or not, by my sweet daughter, Sasha Denise. If you're on Facebook, it's Denise. She has the actual coffee beans. If you're interested in grinding your own coffee, you can order those as well. And she has the syrups, people who like flavored coffee. I like my coffee like I like my men. Dog.
Oh boy.
Please support my daughter and purchase May Janes Coffee.
And I was just about to say, I don't see nothing wrong with a little coffee grinds. Hey, we're off and running on another fantastic Saturday. We want to say what's up to Miss Denise, our most prestigious sponsor. We want to say what's up to Angelo Tate for checking in. What's up, cool people? What's going on? Big game in Nashville going on today. The Titans fans are checking in. Now, we're going to get to the Titans. We're going to get to all of this weekend's games. We're going to break them all down. But we have to start this show off with a simple question. What happened to them boys? What happened to them boys? T-Sizzle, to the victor goes to spoils. You rolled with the 49ers for 2 straight weeks. They didn't let you down. In the biggest game of the weekend last weekend, the 49ers got it done. You remained faithful, and they remained froggy because they dared somebody to jump. Tasha, go ahead. Take your victory lap. You've earned it.
You see me? I'm down here. It's 87 degrees. Y'all got me with a red scarf. And got my brim tilted to the side. You see it? You see it? You
40
see it?
faithful got it done in one of the most bizarre wild card games that you will ever see in your life. And yes, Angelo, Derrick Henry's back today, and we'll be talking about him in just a couple of minutes. But before we do, Tasha, let's go inside the mind of a 49ers fan. What were you thinking on that last drive as Dak was leading the Cowboys down the field for a go-ahead touchdown? What was the 49er faithful thinking in that moment?
To be honest, I was nervous. And I couldn't get CBS here. So I was actually watching it on my phone. I was watching like the play-by-play. And I was nervous. All I was looking at was the clock. I was like, time run out. And then it just as they were moving, because I didn't know anything about the kerfuffle that happened at the end with him running instead of maybe running out of bounds or throwing the ball.
Right.
All I saw was it was at the what yard line it was in. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, shit. Because that's all I saw. I didn't know what was going on. And then it refreshed, and it was like game over. And I was in a car, and I screamed so loud because I was like, we won. But I was nervous.
I screamed too, Tasha. I screamed too.
When I finally was able to watch the game, and I saw what happened, that's heartbreaking as a Cowboy fan to have that game in that way.
It was heartbreaking, but when you're a Cowboys fan, you just become numb to these type of things. I was devastated I mean, the way the Cowboys were moving the ball down the field, I was like, could this be another magical moment in the historic rivalry of the Cowboys and the 49ers? Dwight Clark in the back of the end zone with the catch. You had the 92 team go out there and knock off the juggernaut, in 92. So, like, I was like, could this be? And with 14 seconds left, your cousin Dak, clanger, took off running like he was 12 years a slave. And I'm looking at the clock like, okay, he's gonna slide. He slid, and it wasn't enough time left. Now, I'm still numb. I'm still hurt. It looked like a morgue at the job Monday. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? I could not.
Nobody knows.
And the thing is, we're gonna do a deeper dive into what maybe ails the Cowboys. First, I want to say, shouts out to Nancy Garcia checking in. Sweet, beautiful girl. Congratulations on going back to school. I saw that. Shouts out, thanks for checking in. Big, huge Cowboys fan. I know she was disappointed as well. She's always repping her Cowboys. Tasha, let's just get to the blame game. I want to blame somebody. She says, hold on. She says, I had patients making fun of me at work. Right. We couldn't run. We couldn't hide. We hate the 49ers. Kenny Man, tight trend said he hadn't been asleep yet. I know, Kenny. Me neither. I woke up right early. Take that 49ers crap off. So let's do this. Tasha, you know how it is when you're angry. You want to blame somebody. Tasha, I want to blame somebody for this. Somebody's head got to roll, but I need somebody objective to tell me who to blame. Because somebody's getting blamed for this shit. Like, you're not going to do me like this again, Dallas. Like, okay, so I'm going to give you 4 candidates who we blame for this damn debacle. Okay, we got head coach Mike McCarthy. We have Dak Prescott himself, 12 years a slave. We got Ezekiel Elliott, who couldn't run that far, even if a dog was chasing him. And we have offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. Who should I blame for this? Where does most of the blame go for Dallas, once again, underachieving and not reaching their goals?
I hate to say it, but it kind of falls more on Dak.
Hi, Brianna.
Hey, Brianna. It falls on Dak. That's who it falls on. Because it's only so much coaching that you can do. Right. And we really don't know what Mike McCarthy told them to do or how he coached them in that situation.
I'm sure he didn't tell him to run out the clock.
But Dak being, quote unquote, a seasoned quarterback should know. With that amount of time left in the game, I know I've been listening to a lot of shows and people were saying, oh, in that drill, we did 16 seconds. In this drill, ours was 14 seconds. It doesn't matter the time. But when you know you are that close, your instinct is to run out of bounds. Because you, even as a quarterback,
plenty of time to do so.
Yes. And as a quarterback, you know, if you're in the huddle and you throw it to your receiver, the thing you're going to say is make sure you get out of bounds to stop the clock. If you do a run play, run it to the left or the right, make sure you get out of bounds. Dak should have known to do that. And also him blaming the refs, talking about, that is the ref's job. And he's talking about, I was hit from behind. Well, shit, you were in the way. The man had to get through there.
He was face down and ass up.
Right, that's the way we. But had he not been able to break through that line when he did, it wouldn't have been any time left on the clock. And then you would have snapped it, and it would have been a violation of the penalty. You would have lost anyway.
Right, because the runoff is going to take the last little remaining seconds left on the penalty. Good point by you. Now, Kenny Man says they've been doing this to y'all Cowboys fans for 20 years, and y'all still waiting for y'all first playoff win. Damn it, that just cost you a Christmas gift, Kenny. I know this. You know how hard this is for me to come in front of all of y'all beautiful faces today next to a 49er fan who is still in the playoffs. I'm gonna have to agree with you. If you hold your franchise hostage to become the highest paid football player in the history of mankind before Mahomes came along and broke that, when you're getting $40 million plus a year, you're making $75 million this year. That first half, Jimmy Garoppolo outplayed him. He was off on his targets. He wasn't even getting sacked. He was seeing the ghost of the Bosa brother. He was moving
who was concussed and left the game.
Who was concussed, and that was even more of a reason for us to turn it up on offense. The interception you threw was the dagger. Debo took that ball and high step like Dion 30 seconds later into the end zone, putting the game out of reach. It was just a dreadful, dreadful day to be a Cowboys fan. And the fact that your ass was dancing on my grave, it was made it even worse. She was Savion Glover on my grave, y'all. Doing the Dougie on my grave, but that's okay. That's all right because you see me decked out in my two-tone Titan blue. We're about to get to today's case. Now, wait a minute. Before we go any further, though, should Mike McCarthy be fired?
I don't think so.
Now, don't answer this because you want us to still be inept.
No, that's not the reason. He is a proven winner because he has won a Super Bowl, but he had a quarterback who knew how to run a game. So, he knew how to manage the game, except for that one play that I hate that could have put them in the Super Bowl last year. Because now all of a sudden you don't want to be the field general. You want to listen to what the coaches say. And all you had to do was run it in, old Lyron, and y'all would have been in the Super Bowl. But I digress.
We're going to get into Lyron. Shouts out to the Facebook user saying Tighten up. It is a Titans and 49ers Saturday. I'm still going to be hospitable because the 49ers are still in it. We own the Saturday slate today. We're salad and appetizer, and y'all come later on that big hot plate. Hot plate.
And they're going to need it. They're up there in the frozen tundra.
Good job by you. Okay, so I agree with you on both fronts. And I really appreciate you being so kind to me. I thought this was going to be a whole lot tougher than it is. I thought you was going to stick one of them COVID things all the way up my nose. Yeah.
I mean, I wore you out and handed it to you on Twitter when you tried to come for me.
Hey, tell them where to follow you on Twitter.
Tasha D404.
Yeah, you can go back and watch that. I was hurt. I had to jump in because she was doing too much celebrating, and I had to douse a little water on it, and she turned around and flamed me. So I proceeded to log on off and start focusing on this matchup that we're about to talk about right now. The Tennessee Titans. You see number 11? The Tennessee Titans. Thank you, Denise. The Tennessee Titans, they make their playoff debut this week against the red hot, or should we say orange and black hot, Cincinnati Bengals, a team that, like the 49ers in the NFC, have been getting better and better each week and really trending towards climaxing at the end of the season. Those are the teams that scare me. Those are the teams that worry me. Those are the teams that if you saw them play a month ago, they put on a Super Bowl-like performance when they played each other. So, with that being said, Tasha, who are you rolling with in this game? Are you going with the Tennessee Titans or the Cincinnati Bengals? And she goes quiet. So let me start off by saying it's going to be, of course, the Tennessee Titans. Are you there, Tasha?
I'm here now. Sorry, people. My Wi-Fi is janky here on the island.
Hey, we're trading a little bit of Wi-Fi issues for 87 degrees today. Trust me, in Nashville and in Dallas. So, who you going with today? Everybody see me decked out in my Titan blue. Who you got today and why?
I'm actually going for the Titans. You see, the thing is, you seem to think that I just hate the Titans.
I do.
I never said that I hate the Titans. I just think that a lot of times they are overhyped and underperform, just like your other team.
Is it because of me? Because I'm doing most of the hyping.
Yeah, it's you. But no, seriously, the Titans have squandered so many opportunities to get to where they need to be. I mean, now it broke my heart, when Air McNair and who was it, Kevin Dyson, when they came up 1 yard short. That did something to me because I was actually at that Super Bowl. I was in the arena. That's
you
when
were down there in the A?
That's when Ray had stabbed all them people. But so actually being there and seeing that Super Bowl, it was a heartbreak because I was, I rooted for Titans because I was there with the against Buffalo in the playoff game. I was walking out until I heard the crowd start, when I turned around, I was like, oh my God. But the Titans, as long as Derrick Henry performs well and Tannehill doesn't Tannehill, I think that they can actually win this, but it's not going to be the game that everybody thinks because Cincinnati can actually play. They have a decent quarterback.
That's the worst matchup we could have drawn in the second round.
Right. To actually, have a quarterback that can actually get some things done.
Right.
And the Titans defense won't, the matchup with him. What is the Titans secondary? What is their their
The
ranking.
secondary, if it comes down to the secondary versus the Cincinnati's receivers, it's going to be a blowout like we saw in Wild Card Weekend. Shouts out to Stephanie Coulter. Good two-tone blue morning. Yes. Rep y'all two-tone blue. And Angelo, just to back up a second, big Titans fan, he says, Tasha, I love you. But why you got to do that
Oh,
today? Why we got to do that today? Not
why
today.
you wanna act like that?
Why you want to act like that, Tasha? You got to sing it like Tyrese over here in the corner. Why you
But
want to do
Angelo,
that?
I'm actually, you noticed I gave them their tea back. I have not called them the Itans today because
Yeah.
King, here you can put your crown on. Because again,
Gotta put the crown on. Can we crown it up?
because
You know I
remember
had it ready for you.
on previous shows, I did say that King Henry was the MVP, and had he
You
not been
did.
injured, it would have been, no pun intended, a runaway. He would have won the MVP this year.
I like what you did. Your pun game was on point today. Keep that scarf on. Stephanie says Nashville is live. I am live. I am excited. I done got up and cleaned up my house like I'm having a party or something. But I'm quarantined Eugene down here. Speaking of Derrick Henry, now a couple of weeks ago when we kind of heard rumblings that he may be back, we had a back and forth over, is this the right move? Will he be healthy enough? Now, according to Mike Vrabel and the local reporters in Nashville, they said that they're not going to bring him back to just run it 5-6 times. So it looks like he's going to get his normal allotment of carries. Let's play the over-under game. Let's put it at 100 yards even. Does Derrick Henry go over or under that today?
I'm gonna say over.
Over. Wait a minute now. Hold on. Let me slide this crown into the screen. Over. So the king comes back and does king-like things, you say.
I mean, he was practicing in the rain, and you don't put your star player on a field running full speed or going on in the rain if you think he can't perform. I mean, and
Now,
he has said that he wanted that thunder. He wanted it. He wants to carry the rock. So they're going to let him. But I just hope that nothing happens to his foot.
if something happens to his foot this late in the season, he's a wash for 2022. Now, that's the
Mm-hmm.
one thing I agree with you 1,000% on. Now, Denise says under. Now, can you drop in the comments why you think under so we can let our podcast people know why you think that he would get under? If he does go under, then we're in trouble. That means we're not controlling the ball. We being the Titans, that means we're not keeping Joe Burrow off the field because the more he's on the field, the more Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd,
Mm-hmm.
the more that they get loose. Now, here's where the game lies for me. Let's see. Kenny says Bengals defensive front is banged up. They are banged up. Good job by you, Kenny, man. Now, on the opposite side, the Tennessee Titans, they have a front four that has produced 35 sacks in the NFL this year without blitzing. That's second most in the league. Meanwhile, Cincinnati's offensive line has given up the most sacks in the league at 53. If the Titans are going to get it done, Big Jeffrey Simmons, clanger. There's a lot of clanging going on in the early. Big Jeffrey Simmons,
Clanger.
Danico Autry, Naquan Jones, Harold Landry III, y'all going to have to get home on Burrow because Joe Cool will light you up if you don't get pressure. Ask the Raiders. As soon as they stopped getting pressure in the second half last week, it was pretty much a wrap. So for the people who may just be tuning in because they may not believe their ears, you're picking who to win this game?
The Tennessee Titans.
What? Okay.
Are you a Tennessee Titan?
I'm a Tennessee Titan. Now let's catch up with some of the comments here. So Angelo says, in my opinion, if Derrick Henry gets a chance to warm up a little in the game, I think he will do great today. So does Tasha. Denise says, I'd rather keep him healthy. Just a safe answer. So she's saying, let's keep him under 100 because we kept his carries down. Because the thing is, yes, I want to go to the Super Bowl, but what's good is to go to the Super Bowl if he tears his foot up today and he misses 10 months.
But I don't think that they can make it without him. Because, okay, let's say they beat the Bengals and then they beat either the Bills or, Kansas City or the Bills come. Can the Titans beat Kansas City or Buffalo without Derrick Henry?
You know who the Titans are going to beat in the playoffs without Derrick Henry? Nobody. In my Keith Sweat voice, we have a Facebook user that says, Julio Jones, big game today. I'm glad. See, we got the smartest audience in all of sports. So I'm glad that this user brought up Julio Jones because one of the benefactors of Derrick Henry coming back is Julio Jones and A.J. Brown because Tannehill is at his best. He has one of the highest QBRs in the league on play action passes, meaning the defensive front is committing to the run game. He fakes it to Henry, pops it over the middle because there's no safety help, there's no double team. You're going to have to pick your poison. Are you going to let Julio and AJ go off? Because the Titans, although nobody really talks about it, they have a skilled set of receivers as well as the Bengals. So we shall see. Now, Shamika Nicole, she says they're going to give him the appeal today because his ass would not be out there if they weren't in this.
It is a lot of risk. It is. Remember, I even told you, I said I didn't even want him to come back because I didn't want him to risk injury and risk his career. I mean, at least it's not a knee. It's a foot, which, you know, can heal a little bit faster and it's a little bit better if it's not your knee. But, ugh.
Now, we're going to catch up to all of these. Shouts out to Stephanie. Shouts out to my boy Rigo, who's a big 49ers fan. He asked, did I miss what happened to the boys segment?
You see us.
Rigo, I hate you right now, bro.
You see us, Rigo. You see us.
Stephanie, way to catch the alley-oop on the nobody. That's my home girl. He says, bang, bang, Niner gang. We got Niners and Titans fans in the comments today on the Extra Point, and I love it. Go ahead, Lord. Football gods, I know you're watching. Go ahead, let's make this the Super Bowl. We can turn this thing into a big old party. Let's just do that. Let's let our teams just get to the Super Bowl. We got plenty of fans on both sides in the comments. A Cowboy fan gives us the stank eye emoji, but we love you. You're a friend of the show. You got a problem with that, Cowboy fan? You got a problem with the Extra Point. Thank all of y'all for showing up and showing out. Now, enough about my team. Let's get back to your team as he tells you to let's get it. I'm sick of y'all.
Y'all
earned it. Y'all earned it. But Rigo's my homeboy. That's my man, 50 grand. He's just a 49er fan. I don't know how I wanted to be cool with so many 49er fans. Y'all are actually pretty cool when you ain't got on all that damn red. But as we digress, I got a stat for you for the main event game tonight. Because let's just face it, 49ers Green Bay is the main event tonight. We're the opening act. We're the honey-do list game. You know, get all that stuff done before nightfall. Y'all will probably watch the fourth quarter of our game to get ready for 49ers Green Bay. I get that. Y'all have the star power. Let me throw out a stat to you. Aaron Rodgers, lifetime in his illustrious Hall of Fame career, 0-3 against the 49ers in the playoffs. Will that streak continue tonight?
Of course, me being a 49er fan, I'm going to say yes and pray that our coach, one Mr. Kyle Shanahan, and if we do have a lead, that he doesn't nut up and start running.
Now we have a younger demographic in the comments today. Can you explain what happens when you quote unquote nut up? I can't believe I just repeated that.
I will not. I will not. I'm
choke. Let's say choke. They choked.
Because we saw what he did with the Falcons. And we saw what he did with the 49ers in the last Super Bowl appearance against Kansas City, which I can't put all that on Shanahan because at some point I just thought Garoppolo was out there throwing the ball with his eyes closed. I thought Garoppolo said, let me just throw this here.
Debo out there somewhere. No. Let's put it on Shanahan because like he did against New England in the Super Bowl, y'all had Dallas dead to right and started throwing the ball when Debo was averaging 7 yards a carry. The other guy, Elijah Mitchell, was averaging 8 yards a carry. And you start throwing it, going 3 and out, turning the ball over, keeping Dallas in it. I can't. I don't know what to say.
Because it's like at the pivotal points of the game, Shanahan does not know what to do. Like, I mean, the thing is, it's going to be 1 degree up there. And it's not like when Cap went up there with the sleeves out, you know, showing the guns, because he is a Wisconsin native, went out there with no sleeves and just ran through them. But it's going to be 1 degree. And you got Garoppolo out there who I mean, Garoppolo is. I mean, just face it. He sucks. And
He
like
does.
going back to the Cowboy game, his misses are bad misses.
Bad
But
misses. He missed
but
our
his
youth for the game clincher. He missed our youth for the
right.
game clincher. It shouldn't even come down to that last final
Yes, it should not
drive.
have. I mean, right? It shouldn't have gone down there. He had the interception at the end. But it's like when you look at Garoppolo, his stats are sky high, but his performance is in the crapper. And that I don't know. I think it was Bomani Jones. He said something to the effect
Shouts
of
out to Bomani Jones.
people perform above. What did he say? People perform above their level of mediocrity or something like that. And that's what he does because he's mediocre, but somehow he gets things done. And that's why I said if it comes down to him for us having a game-winning drive, we're done. We're definitely done.
First of all, shouts out to Marcus Stone, the unapologetic hustler himself, and shouts out and congratulations to him on his new food truck that he's got popping down in H-Town. But you're not,
Hold up.
me and Tasha are united on this front. You're going to come for the boys in blue?
Hold up, my
This
Aryan
coffee
brother.
cup ain't going nowhere.
Now you know I love you, Marcus, but hold up now.
Hold up. Now, Rigo brings up something that I want to get to because this takes us back to the Cowboys game before I get to a question about him. Good job by you for being psychic, Rigo. He said Debo coming for them chains. Who? Debo. Now, right when the game was ready to start, and Tony Romo was out there yicking and yakking, they showed the 49ers coming out of the locker room. And I see a boom box with some cat blasting Kodak Black. I see Debo Samuel and Big Trent Williams. Is that his name? What's
Yes.
y'all? Okay. Walking out of the locker room with grills in their mouth, chains on their neck. I was like, ooh, Dallas for the lose. Oh, shit. Dallas for the lose. they came out like this, Tasha. They came out bumping the Kodak Black. I was like, oh, this is some pain stuff. Like, this is some. And I'll take a double whopper with cheese while I'm stealing your rims. I was like, oh no.
They came out skating without a stick, baby.
They was skating without a stick. I was like, oh, we finna lose. Now Rigo says that boombox has been in effect all season. Cowboys fans don't give a damn about that unless we playing y'all. And when I saw that boombox, I'm like, oh, we finna lose. We about to lose. that wasn't cool. So let me ask you this, because two of the best receivers in the game are going toe-to-toe tonight in Green Bay. Who are you taking if you had one receiver to pick for a Super Bowl game? Debo Samuel or Devontae Adams? Oh, he was playing Super Gremlin. He was, Kenny. Good job by you.
That ain't even fair because, Devontae Adams is not to be played with.
Answer the question. It's almost playoff time.
Oh, but look, if you want me to just look, I send you. I ain't never scared. I'm gonna always bet on my team. I'm gonna go with Debo. How about that?
Debo Samuel is like, it's almost like, and I mean this metaphorically, of course. So don't y'all come tweeting the show and trying to get us canceled when I say this. Debo Samuel is like AJ Brown and Derrick Henry had a child. And the child was Debo. He run like Derrick Henry, and he catch the ball with hands like A.J. Brown. He's a matchup nightmare. The man is lining up in the slot like in the slot like he's Jerry Rice. Then he turn around and get in the I formation like he Eric Dickerson. Who does that?
He can throw the ball. I mean,
he threw a touchdown the other day.
Come on now. When they have them listed in school and they're just like athletes.
Look, Rigo says, but how has Adams performed without Rodgers? We said Debo, man. Come on, man. We said Debo.
Right, I was going to say that. I was going to say that. What if Debo was playing with Rodgers? Like, I mean,
no. What if Debo was playing with the Titans? Because he's a Titan through and through. That man will fist fight a grizzly bear. He's got the toughness. He's got the swagger. Do you notice that every time that he ran the ball, it took 4 or 5 Cowboys to keep his legs from churning?
Yes.
That's some elite running back stuff. Not just running back stuff. We're talking elite class of running back, like a Derrick Henry, like I can't even think of anybody else because all of them get hurt. But yes, he is a triple threat. Here's the question that really needs to be answered. Can Green Bay stop San Francisco's running game? What do you think, Tasha? Can anybody stop San Francisco's running game?
Wait a minute, I'm having all kind of technical difficulties. I'm trying to do laptop. I have to talk on my phone. I'm trying to get my shit together over here on this. I'm taking.
Well, you're gonna answer that question while you're multitasking. Answer the question.
There we go. I think as long as, oh my God, I froze. I don't even know if, again, I'm going to always go with my team. Whoever I'm playing, if whoever my team is playing, I'm going to root for my team. It's going to be up to whoever they're playing to try to outplay us. Because as long as we play our game, we can't be stopped.
But can Jimmy G stop y'all? Facebook user says,
yeah, that's what I said.
Jimmy G's going to be the downfall.
That's what I said. Jimmy G, if the game is left up to Jimmy G, then we're screwed.
Now, Rigo, I know you're probably having another party out there at your palatial estate today for your game. He says, did y'all see the mic'd up? No, I didn't see the mic'd up. You think I was watching anything 49ers after they done railroaded my team and stopped us again? About to get the coaching staff fired?
No,
y'all
coaching staff fired. No, that's his fault for not knowing how to manage a clock and don't know how to tell his players, hey, when it's the last few seconds, don't run in bounds. Did
you hear where Mike McCarthy in his post-game press conference a couple of days ago said that the Cowboys looked nervous? Yes. And that he could feel it during the team prayer? Can you imagine? How do you,
sir, do you know who you work for, sir? Do you know who you work for?
The epitome of never scared is Jerry Jones. But let me ask you this. How bad does that prayer have to be for you to sense your team's nervousness? Like, our Father, there's somewhere up there in heaven we think.
That's those people who don't know how to pray and all they say is Jesus will.
Right, like how did that prayer go for him to know his team wasn't ready to play? That's on you, McCarthy. Now, Marcus says fire the whole team. I love the same results every year. If you missed the blame game a little earlier, we both blame Dak. So I doubt that the coaching staff is going to change. Dak has just got to get it out of his head that he's mediocre because he plays down to the moment.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have that. Even Jimmy G got his team to a damn Super Bowl.
I mean, the thing is, Dak is a very, very good quarterback. He's better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Way better.
But I just think and he's been on, like I said, with Joe Burrow, national championship, Heisman Trophy, and all that kind of thing. College is a different level. Dak reached the epitome of the top when he had Mississippi State ranked number 1. Now, they did fall later on in the season because I think they lost to Alabama that year. But he knows what it takes. Yeah, he knows what it takes to win. But it's almost as if he's scared. And that makes me think, was that injury more than what it is? Is it psychological with him? Because the way he ran didn't look like he was hurt. So I'm thinking it's more of a psychological thing with him now.
No, he nutted up, since that's what we're going to use as it goes down. Because in the first half, he was absolutely terrible. And Marcus says, man, the fan base is even this low. They fighting each other in the stadium and beating up women outside.
They sure was.
I saw some of that, and that right there, like, you just can't have that. You just look worse.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. You look worse. And like, if you want to fight somebody, fight Dak. Fight Travis Frederick and Tyron Smith that was
fight Zeke Elliott, who where was he?
2 yards of carry in that game. And he was ducking the contact, Tasha. He was diving to the ground. And meanwhile, Debo is fighting for every yard. There was just a mismatch of mindsets in that game. But let's move on, because you can get me stuck there for a long time. So we both look like we both got the Titans today. We both got San Francisco. I'm done betting against them. All right. They have Debo'd me into submission. I done picked against them like 3 straight weeks and lost all 3.
But again, San Francisco is my team through and through, but you do know, I remember I said Green Bay was the best team in the league, and they are Super Bowl pick. But I mean, again, you're not gonna ever get me
No,
on
look,
the
no.
wax.
But the thing is, like Max Kellerman say, Tasha, I can update my train of thinking when I get new information.
Right.
Last week I got new information.
And
I'm
you're
going to
not
set
gonna
this shit up.
ever get me to pick against my team. I don't give a damn what the stats or what the fuck what the
Whoa. All right,
I'm not
49
gonna
faithful. Then
oops.
right, Steph. That's some ho-ish right there. DeMarcus Chapman says Debo was throwing haymakers on. He was. They didn't want no part of that physicality.
What is
And I'm
Debo's
wondering
real
if Green
name?
Bay can match that physicality.
What is
I'm sorry, what
Debo's
you say?
real name? What is Debo's real name? Is it
Probably something like
what's
DeVale or something like that. You know, it's something where you know he can fight as a child. Or Darius. All Dariuses can fight too. You ain't never seen. You ain't never. And Rico, yes, next to the Titans, they're the hottest team the second half of the season. I believe they finished 7-2, which makes it 8-2, counting the Cowboys game last. So he's right. Rico is just having a ball this morning, eating his cereal. Like I'm looking at Paul having to wither before the public because the Cowboys done embarrassed him again. I hate all of y'all, respectfully. Now let's go to Sunday's matchups. We have the Rams versus Tampa Bay. I'm gonna throw out a couple of nerd stats to you, Tasha, and see if this changes your opinion one way or the
no,
other.
no.
Brady has won his last 9 divisional round games in the playoffs. However, as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, the one team he has not beaten are the LA Rams. Which streak comes to an end on Sunday? Does Brady get it done?
The
Why?
Rams are
Just
winning.
tell the people. For the people who don't know, tell them why he won't get it done.
I effing hate Tom Brady.
She hates him. She she caught that man putting raisins in her potato salad or something. Like I don't get the hate because he's a Michigan man.
I don't care. His avocado ice cream eating ass.
Are you not worried just a smidget about Matthew Stafford in a game this big?
Remember, what did I say? The defense, you go out and you sign a player like a Von Miller. You got an Aaron Donald. You got Jalen Ramsey in the secondary.
All 3 of them showed up last Monday night too, by the way. All 3 of them did.
And then remember when Cleveland and Baker Mayfield and all the crew was trying to make us think Odell Beckham Jr. was slaw?
Oh, she said slaw. You in your Debo mode right now. Look into the camera with the brownies. Put the brownies on them.
Now let me put these back on. Hold on, because you know it's
right. I was gonna say,
visually.
you know your ass can't see no better than me.
Wait a minute, now I'm struggling. Help me. Somebody please help me. Somebody please help me.
We looking like geriatrics up here talking football. I got my cane over here, I got my Atlanta cane. Okay, so where's where I have a problem with Tampa Bay advancing? You don't have your weapons. You have Mike Evans, who, let's just face it, they throw that Cashville boy on you, Mr. Ramsey, and he can be neutralized.
Yep.
They just lost Tristan Wirth last week with an ankle injury. His star tackle. Now your offensive line is banged up when Aaron Donald and Von Miller come to town. You saw what they did to little Kyler Murray on Monday? It's a damn shame what they did to that dog.
I mean, now let's just get it out there. Kyler Murray is no Tom Brady, and you notice a lot now. Tom is not getting a lot of those
tomfoolery.
Easy calls. Right, he's not getting a lot of those calls and things that he was getting, but it's going to take a couple of good hits. And then is Fournette even up to par today? I mean, and let's give shots out to
Lenny? No, he's not. Keyshawn Vaughn do his thing.
Yes, our classmate Tamika Dennis, when we saw Keyshawn run it off and had that long run and then got the touchdown, and she was down there in Tampa. But Keyshawn, I think Keyshawn is a good fit. I remember when they were in the Super Bowl and she even asked me, she says, "You're not going to cheer for Tampa Bay even though my son is playing?" And I said, "No."
Come on now, we got to rally behind Keyshawn. He did get his Super Bowl ring last year.
I'm going to support her, and I'm going to always support in anybody that we know their offspring who's doing something positive and good, I'm going to always
Right.
support them. But I
Because he
hate
is.
Tom
He is. He really
Brady.
is. He really is. Okay, so let's go to what many people are calling the AFC Championship game. Buffalo at Kansas City. Vegas has this as like a 1.5, 2.5 point line. A lot of people are putting their sauce behind the Buffalo Bills. Now, for my nerds out there, this is the first playoff game in NFL history where the quarterbacks coming in are coming off 5 touchdown performances. Mahomes had 5 touchdowns against Pittsburgh, and Josh Allen had about 12 touchdowns against the Patriots. Damn, what happened to the Patriots? Woo! Hey, Grandpa Langston in the house. What's up, Grandpa? So proud to be a Firebird.
Hey,
Yes,
Langston.
we are. Now, Rigo is taking the Bills. Who are you taking, Tasha?
You know what? I thought about the Bills because I don't think this is going to be a walk in the park. Because the Bills secondary against Mahomes throwing, and that's going to be it. Because the Bills
The
secondary
number
is
one
not
pass
to be
defense
played
in the
with.
league.
They are not to be played with. So this is, but put it this way, either way it go, whoever wins, this is going to be the AFC matchup for years to come.
Yes. Oh, wait a minute.
It's just going to be because
We got a little something to say about that, but I get what you're saying. We got a little Tennessee gonna play spoiler like 3 out of the 7 times they meet.
But see, the thing is, the Titans, they don't have that skating without a stick mentality. You gotta. I don't think there's no one player on the Titans that'll be out there skating without a stick.
Yeah, we are. It is a bunch of nice community guys and say the right thing, do the right thing. We don't have any killers like that. And here we go with the Who Dey. The Who Dey used to have some killers with Perfect and Pac-Man and all of them. But we're gonna
Man,
digress.
but this is the thing. You just brought up Vontez Burfict. Have you noticed AB ain't been right since Vontez Burfict?
Nothing silly.
He ain't been right. So I blame Vontez Burfict for everything that AB is going through. It's your
You know what?
fault.
He did go cuckoo after that. He did.
Man, he ain't been right since.
But you're worried about Mahomes moving the ball against Buffalo's defense more so than you would Josh Allen moving the ball against the Honey Badger and Frank Clark and company, right?
But because the thing is, Honey Badger is just an entity within himself. We all know what that man can do. We watched him at LSU. Even when he had his issues, he still was like second or third for the Heisman, and not even playing his senior year. Look where he got drafted, and look how he's performed and proved people wrong. That's raw talent, and that's just natural ability that doesn't need coaching. That's instinct. But this is gonna be a tough one, man.
It is. I'm looking forward to it.
Because you think about Josh Allen is basically Cam Newton 2.0.
Yes. He is.
Because remember when Cam Newton came out, what was the
Let's
guy?
say 2015 Cam. Not Willy Wonka hair, I'm back Cam. But the tape fake Cam.
I'm gonna stab you because you said
you know you have that Willy Wonka hair, dude.
I'm gonna stab you. What was the quarterback that
the
came
best
out?
killers are quiet. Bad boys moving silence. Tasha's what he's saying. Watch out for them Titans. The quiet ones are the killers.
That is true, but the Titans don't have anybody that you know. If you in a dark alley and somebody jump you, they gonna jump out and help you. The Titans don't have.
I'll blame Marcus Mariota for bringing all that niceness to town. We had some thugs on the team before that, but I'll digress.
But what was the back to the Josh Allen point? What was the quarterback that the year before Cam came out? Because Cam was the first quarterback when they changed the rookie pay scale. Right. I can't think of his name.
It was oh my God!
He played at Oklahoma.
He went to Oklahoma. Langston,
anyway,
help us out.
Oh, I knew it. It's Sam Bradford. Because
Sam Bradford is his name, yes.
Because Stiana and I were at a Rams Denver Bronco game in St. Louis when they were still in St. Louis. And this guy tried to argue me down, and he said something about Sam Bradford. And I remember I lit his ass up in them stands. I was like, you really want to talk about Sam Bradford? That's his name. But it's like, remember when Cam first came out, he was the do-all, be-all. We had never seen anybody like him, a quarterback that size, that could throw, that could run. And that's kind of what you have in Josh Allen, because Josh Allen is a big boy.
Now Langston praying to the gods for the Titans to lose. How we log you out of here? And thank you, Rico. That's rap. Now Stephanie says y'all gonna raise up off of her Titans. She said when we had a goon squad, y'all still talked about us. That's
Who
right.
was the goon? Who was the goon? The Titans have always
Pac-Man, Vince Young, when he almost whooped Jeff Fisher's ass. Jeff Fisher. There was always a little Bud Light smell in his mustache.
No.
They said.
That's when I was rolling with him. Cause Pac-Man, baby, Pac-Man about that life. Pac-Man was about that life, baby. Now that's what I'm saying.
He didn't spit on you, did he? Was you wasn't that one he spit on, was it?
Is he still here today to talk about things? And am I in jail?
Right, okay, because you're not coming live from the penitentiary. Now, Angelo makes a great point. He said Derrick Henry is one of the best running backs in the league, and he is quiet, kind of like Tim Duncan. Look at him bringing in the big fundamental. I told you, man, we got the best sports fans in the world.
I get that, but again, he's just different. He's just a beast, but he's still not. I mean, he's injured, so you can't count him as being somebody that's going to be out there skating without a stick because he's injured. He's not 100%.
What we need him to do is run without a crown today. Just put your helmet on, put that head down, because Cincinnati don't want no smoke. Give me a score, Tasha. Are you saying this is a 7-point game, a walk-off field goal, something like we saw last week in Dallas? What do you how do you think this game plays out with Buffalo and Kansas City?
Oh, I just think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be 10 or less.
Okay. I'm going to say I like Buffalo to go in there and get it done. It's something about Kansas City that don't look quite right. They curl don't just quite, it ain't got enough luster silk in it this time around.
See, Trey Lance is using Cantu products, but old Patrick Mahomes is out here using
Somebody used the Duke and it ate up their edges.
Right. They need a little moisture.
Now, they said they better manage his carries, Langston. I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's either going to go out on a gurney or run for 40 times or both.
Ain't no load management with this game.
Right. Now, look, they didn't think Bonnie and Clyde would be able to get you an hour's worth of content, but I'm looking at the time and it looks like we're rolling. Shouts out to everybody in the comment section. Oh, wait a minute. Now, this is a walk-off. Mahomes uses pink lotion. That stuff was so greasy.
It ain't helping. Is
that why he turned the ball over so much?
It ain't helping because he out there using Head and Shoulders. Boy, you you need moisture.
Right, okay, because you got both lineages in there. Now, Marcus says they need to use some of his hydration spray to get that hair right. And if you look at his profile picture, his locks stay on point. Stephanie says, get him some of that blue magic. We go, okay, so in conclusion. Okay, in conclusion, Tasha and I have the Titans getting it done today. You think it's going to be a close game? You think the Titans run away with it?
Like I said, it depends on Henry, but I don't think it's going to be a close game, but I don't think it's going to be like a 20-point blowout.
Marcus, I need you to get that to Miss Denise ASAP. She know people who know something about it.
Because Marcus, because she wants to lock her hair. So
make sure that you get her that information. It does work. I've seen his family. They all growing it out. So make sure you get that to him. Hey, because here, the BOBs, we going to put you on. Black-owned business, we got you to the core, to the life. Rigo's a DJ. If you got a quinceañera, if you got a wedding, if you got a birthday party, holler at my boy DJ, hit him up. Rigo, if you're still on, drop your link in there on your Instagram, whatever, how they can reach you. Everybody that's coming through here that's getting that paper, we're going to help you get that paper. So we got the Titans. We got the 49ers. You're going with the Rams. I'm going with the Rams. I'm going with Buffalo, and you're going with?
I'm still going to go with Kansas City, even though I really think Buffalo could get it done. I'm going to pick Kansas City.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to beat them at home again. And speaking of show business, Angelo shoots and edits videos. If you need someone to work in your commercial, if you need a voiceover done, holla at my boy Angelo. I'm just putting up Rigo's link now. Hit him up at DJ Hit Him Up. The man is proven. He will have your party jumping.
Oh, I got to follow him. I don't even follow Rigo. I got to follow him.
Because y'all ain't 49er faithfuls. Us Cowboys and Titans fans stick together.
First of all, what you not going to... Just let me let my hat do the
Hey,
talk.
I'm just saying, the Rigo came on the extra point back at the radio station days and blew the whole thing out with 2 whole live DJ sets. He tore the building down. Now, Langston says Burrow and Chase will be the key. If they ball, then there's going to be trouble. Oh, in dollar bill voice. And I'm going to be like this.
Trouble,
Green Bay,
trouble.
do something to make me feel better.
Anybody want to live?
Get the fuck out of here right now. So, hey, for all of you entrepreneurs out there, I want y'all to go back through the comments. Make sure y'all follow these people, follow their IGs, support the IGs, get your locks done, get you somebody that can get your acting skills right, book you somebody for your party, Mr. Rigo. Tasha, it's about that time for parting shots because speaking of shots, I got to get a couple in me before this afternoon game. So, any parting shots from T Sizzle today?
Yes, I'd like to send 2. Just want to uplift 2 people. I don't know if anyone's heard the news. Regina King's son died by suicide. He's 26 years old.
Oh,
so
by
just
suicide. Oh my God.
Yes, keep her. I mean, even though she's a celebrity and people say, oh, celebrities have a lot of support. That's just something big because you never know what somebody's going through. And because I'm on my phone, I don't have my information. I can't pull it up. I think the suicide prevention hotline number is 1-800-273-TALK. So if you are going through some things,
right, very important.
Because you can't tell everybody to pray because everybody doesn't have that same mindset to pray and rely on faith.
And Biggie said they'll pray for your own downfall. He said your moms will set that ass up properly gassed up.
Yeah. So, just shouts out to her. And then one of our classmates, one Miss Lakeisha Rogan, who I can say this because she put it out there herself. She's going through a tough time right now. So everyone, again, people don't be nosy. Just she told you guys what she wanted you to know. Just pray for her and her daughters and their strength at this time.
Right. I want to send a shout out to all of the entrepreneurs, all of the go-getters, the Langstons, the Angelos, the Denises, the Stephanie Coaches, the Marcus Stones, the DJ Hit 'em Up, the Shamikas, everybody who supports the show. Shouts out to y'all. I want to send a shout out to our 2 that's not here today, Mike and Brandon. Hey, what happened to y'all teams? What happened to y'all teams? You think we was going to let that slide this week? You got answers.
New England and the Eagles, but of course Mike's going to say, well, I wanted them to lose, He wanted them to lose because he wanted some draft picks. But what they going to do about y'all quarterback? And is it going to be one of those, hey, yeah, we support him now, but then if some of these top echelon free agents come available, are they going to put old Jalen Hurts on the bench?
Right. Now, another shout out. My baby sister Stephanie says yesterday marked her 1-year anniversary since her double mastectomy. All right. Step strong in the house. And Rigo says it best. And this is something me and my sister try to practice. Check in on your people. Just a quick check-in. Every conversation don't have to be 3 hours, but you just never know when that conversation could be the one that says, wait a minute, somebody does love me. Somebody did come check on me. So check on your people. And then he finished it off with, especially a Cowboys fan.
Y'all all right? Y'all all right? Because like I said, you can hear a mouse piss on cotton in AT&T Stadium on last week, minus the fights. That mouse was over in that corner said, ooh, this cotton look good. Psst.
Right, Marcus said Mike sound like AB right now. He done took off his jersey and done pieced us out. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you all enjoy Divisional Round weekend. Me and Tasha are about to go get ready because our teams are still in the dance. We still in the dance. Oh, we still in the dance. Tighten up. Go 49ers. We will see y'all next week as our teams, we break them down for the AFC and NFC championship game. You heard it right here. We called it. Peace.